Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. This is your evening debate. The four are here again. It's Ty with us. How are you doing, Ty? How's everybody?
What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what we were talking about off air a second ago, Mo.
We're going to talk
We actually can talk about it.
We're going to talk about.
You can't.
I
can't. Yeah, I can. Kind of.
Hey, talk about
it's good. It's good to be back, man. I can't even lie. Yeah, it's been a while. Obviously, been doing a couple of Instagram videos as well, getting in the groove. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. A nice little recharge. We're on it, man. Let's go. Make sure you're liking the video, people. Big up the gang inside as well every time, man.
So yeah, we'll talk about Liverpool Szoboszlai and what does they mean to them. Are they back?
Oh, wait. One sec. How do you say his name, Ty?
Szoboszlai.
What?
You just rushed that to get it out as quickly as possible.
Wait, Daps, why are you laughing? Say his name.
Bro, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Say the name.
So
Say my name.
Yeah, that said it the same as
No,
me.
I can't even see it. I'm just going.
This is what happens when you grow up in Luton and Bedford, people.
No.
I could do pronunciation, but what I like to do a remix. That's what I call it.
Is it?
Bro, I don't even know who you're talking about. So
we could just make it real English. We could just say, yeah, Dominic.
We can call him.
Wait, if he was Chelsea, they'd call him Dom.
Yeah, innit?
Chelsea call everyone Tommy, Mace.
Yeah,
even Aspilicueta's Dave.
It's just Szoboszlai. That's it, Szoboszlai.
Yeah, Szoboszlai. Yeah.
Szoboszlai.
Anyway, so how's
even
everybody
Todd, they
doing?
call their own is Todd. Everyone's first name.
I'm doing fine, Mo. I'm doing very fine. I wonder what the people in the comments are saying, but today, because Mo has just got his haircut, he's looking slick. He just wants us to acknowledge that he looks good. Look at.
Did you chop the ponytail off?
Chop the ponytail.
Yeah, it's not there.
Oh,
yeah. All right, Mo. How are you feeling, then, Mo? I know this is what you really want. Go on. How are you feeling?
I am excited.
I don't care how you're feeling. Basically, today we're going to be discussing Liverpool. They just signed Szoboszlai for 70 million euros, 62 million pounds. They, I believe, it's the full release clause as well, and Lavia.
Hold on. Whoa.
Wait. What are you finished?
Lavia.
I said and Lavia. I was going to say they're in talks.
Bro, they're dead. And this is the thing. They're moving clever. I did say this a few weeks ago, yeah, that maybe what they've, after the whole Jude thing, remember this conversation where I said, because of the whole Jude malarkey and how that was in the media and it created a lot of negative press on them, that maybe this new guy's come in and gone, do you know what? I'm just going to move in silent. I'm going to go around and they're triggering release clauses. They're finding release clauses and they're triggering them. I always say this is how City like doing it. And it's so much easier because you're in and out. You know what you've got to pay. You go and pay it and you're done. And look, so far it's working for them, isn't it?
Yeah, it is working for them. But also we're just going to be talking about and just debating along the lines of what does this mean for Liverpool Football Club for next season, especially that they're rumored to go get another midfielder. They've got another 2 months. Tomorrow's the 1st of July as well. So they got new books. That means they can go and get somebody, 1 or 2 potentially as well. You know, it's quite interesting. Going to talk about, does that mean they compete back with Manchester City and Arsenal? What does it mean for Europa League, the squad as well? Time, man. Before we get into it, man, how you find the transfer window?
Not good for us, but I believe that obviously that's going to change. I'm optimistic. I think it's going to be as good as what we want, though. I'll be real with you as a Man United fan. I don't think it'll be as good as what we want, but Chelsea obviously done their business in January. Tottenham are starting to make moves. I think the Maddison signing's sick. Liverpool are obviously making moves already. Arsenal were doing the business that are making them serious title contenders. I haven't been on it for a minute. Anything but is a failure. They need to be title contenders. And then obviously you got Newcastle, Tonali, potentially Livramento. So I'll be honest with you, like right now, if I look at it right now and you said to me, pick my top 3, it would be City, Arsenal and Liverpool in my top 3. I think Liverpool today have made a statement. Someone's mentioned earlier about Bellingham and all them links. I think me, you and Monts done a show and we were saying that if they sign 3 midfielders instead of Bellingham, that works out much better. For me, they've got McAllister already who can control, who's more controlled. He's smooth, I'd say, in possession. He can play number 8, he can play number 10. since Coutinho, they've never really had like a creative goal scoring midfielder. They've now got Szoboszlai who can create, he can score, he can take long shots.
You got the name right.
He can score, he can score, he can create, he's got long shots, and then all they need now is that number 6. I put in my TikTok video earlier, Instagram video, Never a Foul earlier, that like an example would be Polina. See, they're not going to get him, but someone who's strong, who's physical in there. They've got the perfect midfield three. And I'll be honest with you, if they get another midfielder and they get another centre back in, Liverpool, you lot are title contenders too.
Bro, the key they've got is, and this is what I've been saying, Ty. So from the start, I've been saying for me at the moment, our two challenges are Arsenal and Liverpool. I said, but of course, it depends on what both of them do in the transfer window. But so far from what they're both doing, the reason why I said is because Arsenal were title challengers last season. So if they improve, why would they not be this season? And with Liverpool, I'll still go back to Liverpool have a manager that's done it before, and they ultimately still have a spine that's done it before. Like, Mo Salah has not all of a sudden become crap overnight. Alisson, had a bad season last season, but really, how bad was it? It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, right? Alisson was actually probably the only player that held it up.
And the mad thing is, if they get these players
I agree.
Like we've had this debate a few times recently on Fabinho, that Fabinho could, like, that could be it. His legs could have gone and that could be it. Or alternatively, he might just actually need a summer of rest and then he could get back. He's only 30, right? He should not be dropping off. So he comes back all of a sudden. So, and I was just going to say on Man United, when you said right now, you don't think you'll have the transfer window that you wanted. Here's the thing. There's one thing you should want this transfer window, because anyone that is looking at anything that happens at a club and thinks that's just for the next 6 months or that's just for the year, especially a club like Man United, you should be looking at Man United and getting back to where Man United should be. And ultimately,
we should look at a cliff and jump off.
All you need this summer to happen is to get the new owners, not the new owners to come in and get busy with transfers, because there's not going to be enough time for that. But getting the owners in this transfer window, just getting them in, that will make your summer.
I agree. That's actually the biggest transfer we could have,
and not expect it to instantly bang. Give it a year for them to get the structure in. But you could have a good transfer window signings, and keep the same owners, or you could have new owners but not very good signings.
And
that is better. Long term, that's better.
100%. I actually agree with you on that. I think what it shows as well is that the intent of us potentially obviously getting better in the years to come, because we could have a good window now, have a better season next year, compete, not win nothing, same owners, and then we're back to square one.
Exactly.
We get new owners in, it's the long term. And I think with Liverpool as well, the fact that people say obviously last year they had a bad season, we all agree they did as a collective. Alisson was the only one that probably stepped up. But I think when you look at Liverpool's last 8 or 9 games, we all saw them win 7 out of 9 or 8 out of 9. And I was like, do you know what? They changed the formation. They've tried Trent in midfield.
I wouldn't look at the change of formation. I think those 8 or 9 games
so much,
were just
mentally though, it shows to them that
what,
we can still win games. Basically, we can still win games, and if they add the right transfers in, that's why I don't think they're that far off. Where they basically, in my head, is where they finished in the league is not how far they're actually off the top. It's a false league, if that makes sense.
I was gonna say this, by the way. Anyone that's looking at Bastoni links, it's rubbish. Stop looking at indicators. I keep telling you, people, stop looking at the Ben Jacobs and the indicators and these ITK.
Man used to work in KFC and that.
Yeah, this guy. Don't mean you can't excel for your career.
There's nothing wrong with working in KFC.
Nothing wrong with that.
But when I say this now, because
I'm sure in there.
Fabrizio yesterday, said along the lines that they're on a deal of, the agent even confirmed that Chanahoglu and Bastoni are on the verge of signing new contracts for Inter Milan. It's not happening.
Oh, Mo, you happy?
No, let me tell you how this day has started, okay? In terms of the Mercato in Italy just started, okay? This is how the day started. It was yesterday. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Brozovic to Al Nassr for 23 million euros. The picture is put by his team, Fabrizio and everything. Saudi Arabia Al Nassr today, instead of sending 23 million, they sent a fax for 13 million plus 2. And, okay. And Inter say, what is this? They say, that's our new offer. They're like, but you already sent a fax with that. With the other, like, no, this is our new offer. So Fabrizio in the mud. He said, here we go. Nothing agreed. Second, Azpilicueta. Here we go. I already agreed with Inter, everything. Waiting for July 1st. We thought that he is an Inter player from July 1st, waiting for his contract to expire, to wake up today. So Azpilicueta, here we go, signing for Atletico Madrid. Inter said we wanted 60 million for Onana. Now today they're saying that Man United are about to offer 35 million euros plus 10 bonuses. Not 42 million pounds plus bonuses. 35 million euros plus 10 euros. So 45 million euros. That's about 38 to 39 million pounds, okay? At the beginning of the market, Inter said we want 70 million euros plus bonuses, okay? So this is how my day is going in terms of a transfer market. This is how it is. The last
who are you interested in, though, Bob?
You guys know, let me just finish. Fratesi, the kid that plays for Sassuolo, in Italian international, everything. Inter already agreed 23 million plus a youngster, which was going to be Brozovic money going to Sassuolo. Okay? So when the facts came from Saudi today, Sassuolo emailed Inter. It's all Marotta. This is a press conference. He said Sassuolo told them, sort your things out. We're moving another direction. So even our target that already agreed a fee, they said, no, sort your stuff. We're moving to another direction. We have an offer for 28 million. We just agreed with you because the player wanted to play for you. It is absolutely shambolic. You're talking about your club. Here is a day of being an Inter fan.
You do know Onana is going to be our player by next week.
I know that. We know that. We know that.
What do you think, though, Cass? What do you think? Like, how much do you think we're actually going to get him for, though?
First bid's going to get rejected 100%, but you have to test the waters. You have to test the waters for their result first.
So, can I ask quickly? So, I'm seeing like around 40, 50 million, right? How old is he?
27.
That's why. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So this.
What do you mean? That's why.
No, because I mean it's still right. So I'm looking at Alisson. I'm looking at Kepa. And goalkeepers that have cost more than that, they were probably younger when they were bought, in it. A few years younger, 2-3 years younger.
Yeah, but that was 3-4 years ago. No, Alisson was bought about 26.
Yeah, same age. As I said, about same age. Yeah,
mad then. It seems low in that case.
If I'm honest, right, I don't want to sound like I don't want to blow up. I don't want to gas him up. But Mo will be able to probably vouch for me. I think in terms of the world keepers right now, getting Onana for 45 to 50 million, I think is a great deal. I don't even think we've been robbed at all.
Go Lidl, you can get a bunch for far less.
It's literally gonna be the most in my opinion, the most value for quality in the Premier League.
I agree because 27
goalkeeper wise,
we guarantee.
No, the whole league. Daps. The thing about it, from going to De Gea to Onana for 40 million pounds. The step up, the quality you're getting.
And also not just a step up.
The wage by the way, Daps is exactly Daps. The wage from 350. This guy is not going to ask for 150. 200 max. The wage reduction they're going to get. This is the most improved position in the league, unless KDB goes to Arsenal or Haaland goes. You know what I mean, right? Unless something from that level.
It actually changes.
No, it's not like McAllister. McAllister is gonna bring Liverpool back to how they played the year before. Onana's completely gonna change everything that happens at Man United. The way their back line stands, where they stand, how people progress with the ball, the midfielders where they stand.
It's gonna make what you're telling me. It's gonna make Maguire look like prime.
Maguire is a bit. You were in the stadium and and I respect Pep.
You got no choice but to stand because the seats
Pep Guardiola said after the game, there is no point of us trying to press them if they have this goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, because he knows that, because that's what we do.
That for me brings so much confidence to me, because this is Pep speaking. This isn't like a manager from a random league. This is Pep Guardiola, who loves his keeper to play football, and he's talking about Onana like that. And I agree with you, Mo. I think the football we'll play under him gives us the ability, and that's why I think, right, when I've watched Onana's highlights against Champions League against City, the way he was fizzing the ball into the number 8s, that is why he wants Bruno and Mount on the half turns, because he wants to be able to fizz the ball into them. And we're basically on transition straight away. Whether it's going to work or not and teams shut us out, that might happen. However, the way he wants to play.
The thing is, again, we spoke on this on a show the other week where it was about Man United, but it wasn't necessarily about this goalkeeper, but it was about the way you play him. I was saying that I feel this season that Ten Hag has still played kind of similar to how Oli played. Similar, right? I said, but you have to look at Pep first season at City when we tried to play out from the back without the right goalkeeper, without the right fullbacks. And you can't start really pushing your style of play if you don't have the right resources to do it. The minute we had Ederson come in, we had Centurions. It was that season. Ederson, Walker came in, and all of a sudden, Walker's holding the width constantly. Everyone knows to hold their positions. You do not need to worry about, and that's the one thing I always say, where I sit at City, you have one half where you're watching the forwards because I sit behind the goal. The second half, you watch your goalkeeper. And that is what you can really, really see is whether the ball comes back on Ederson's left foot, right foot, with a bounce, without a bounce. No player changes their position. They know he'll deal with this. He can handle it. We must just hold our position, because if we don't hold our position, the whole formation of this team and the whole thing, the whole system goes out the window.
Daps is actually saying something that is it's at Inter. When we started the season with Handanovic,
I was going to say, he's actually saying something.
Something very important. Sometimes, which even with other, even I'm going to say, even with the best goalkeepers that play with their feet, probably apart from Ederson, the players have to create the angles for the goalkeeper to pass. Ederson and Onana, in my opinion, the only two goalkeepers where the players, it doesn't matter if Onana or Ederson, they don't have the angle. The pass is coming to you where you stand. Yeah. You don't have to make a 10-yard run back to create the angle.
I have an issue with though, Mo. You could tell me better than anybody else. How good is he in the air when it comes to dealing with crosses and stuff? Because
he's absolutely scared of flying. When we played, he's very big, by the way. He's like a giant guy. When in the
no stereotypes, people. No stereotyping. Not on this channel.
I actually. So for me, like when we played Benfica and Porto, he was immense in crosses. He was immense.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And also, just to let you know, goalkeepers learn. And he said in the middle of the season, he said, "I'm still getting back to how I was," because you remember I didn't play for over 6 months.
Yeah, he had a ban.
He said he didn't play for 6 months.
Why did he get banned for?
The ban was.
I'm in a giggly mood.
I think he kind of like took maybe a medicine or something like that.
Oh, he doped, and then he said it was my wife's medicine. So.
Yeah.
How good is he? How good is he at stopping shots into corners with players kind of in his line of sight?
Did you not see the one against City in the final? Done quite well there. Yeah.
So basically, his save percentage last season is higher than Alisson. Just to let you know, Alisson had 72, he had 73.
And Daps said, what Daps said, sorry, coughing. What Daps said earlier, about Man United wanting to get back to the best they can be, which is challenging for trophies, the top trophies, by the way, not the FA Cups and stuff, the leagues and the Champions League. When you look at the position we're in right now, we're not in the position where City are in terms of they are the best football club in Europe or the world right now. So they can attract anyone they want. Man United can in terms of the money cast, but in terms of like the club and where we are, we're not exactly at the top of the game. So for me, for us to go and get an Onana, if someone said to me right now, and I was just chatting in a pub or something, and someone said to me, Ty, you can have any choice of any goalkeeper in the world, pick two. Onana would be in there. So
the other one would be Costa.
And probably
not Costa. I don't know. No, probably not actually. Yeah, I actually want Onana.
He's a very good goalkeeper, but he still has some mistakes.
The fact that I can actually say Onana though, and he is one of the best, that shows that Man United are getting one of the best in that position. Yes, it might not be Mason Mount, who's there's a better number 8s and stuff, but the fact that we're getting one of the best goalkeepers for me shows that, okay, we're actually getting a proper player here. There's not 5 keepers Mo could name that he'd prefer. Do you get what I'm saying?
There is not even one keeper that I prefer.
There you go. So that's me. That's what I want in Man United.
Oh, you're gonna cry when he leaves because he's leaving.
No, not really. No.
Not really. So
are you gonna support United more next season then?
Oh,
why would I support United? Because
you like Ten Hag. You got Onana now.
I respect. I don't like Ten Hag. Like Ten Hag for me is a good coach as much as Arteta is a good coach, as much as De Zerbi is a good coach. It's not like I like. It's not that I like Ten Hag more than Arteta, for example.
Don't lie, because I watch other teams in other leagues, and I might have a soft spot for someone else in another league. Yeah, if you're watching the Premier League.
So next year it's gonna be the underdog.
The Premier League, Mo. Who are you wanting more to like?
It's gonna be whoever the underdog. I promise you this. What I mean is that it's not gonna be City next year.
He never is City, Mo. You don't like it.
Yeah, because you're never an underdog. You're always the guys that are gonna win the league.
He might finally like Tottenham. Madison.
He does like Tottenham. Nah, not anymore. They hurt Conte.
Nah, Conte left. No,
the underdog right now is
he's waiting to see who is it Harvey Barnes? Harvey Barnes goes to.
So the reason why I'm not gonna cry about or be sad about Onana is like I've been sad a lot in the last years when we like sold Lukaku, when we sold Hakimi, when we couldn't renew Skriniar. It's like the club has made me really like whatever happens. I know the club will go on. The club stays, players leave. Like I didn't want Brozovic to leave, but then at the end the club was like, yeah, you can go. Onana, we don't. Every Inter fan will tell you that they don't want Onana to go, but the management are saying no, we'll sell him. Well, it's fine. You guys bang your head on the wall, in the wall. Like it doesn't matter. They don't care about anybody. The Chinese owners, fuck them, bro. Like these guys are holding us hostage. It's unbelievable. They don't want to sell the club, but they have restrictions that they can't spend money. It's these guys are absolutely worse than anybody you can
not go over the odds because you will accept a decent enough fee. We don't need to overpay. This is what I like. The position.
Yeah, but here is the difference. Money. So let me tell you because I just spoke with somebody about it. He's a journalist. He's very close to Inter as well. He said that Inter.
Not Grizz, is it?
No. Before we reach the Champions League final, we had to raise at least 50 to 60 million euros.
Should have won it.
To pay the debt, okay?
You should have won it.
It doesn't matter, bro. If we win it or not, we still raise more money than you probably in the Champions League.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Raised. Okay. What's happening with that money you raised?
That's not the point.
It's coming to Man United because they owe us money still.
No. Actually, we just paid. We paid Lukaku. Apparently, we paid Lukaku.
Saying you earn more money than me and you live in a cardboard box, bro. That's kind of mad, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you a trapper then?
Huh?
Oh no, because you said
we paid the installments to Lukaku. They were on 3 or 4 installments. We paid them last year. But the reason why we don't have to sell is that we actually raised extra 60 million from the Champions League run.
How much?
We paid that debt. Extra 60 million from what it was expected.
Bro, it came out today. You owe us money, bro.
We don't, bro.
I read it. You do. Yes, you do. I saw it. I saw it today. Even on United Plus. It was. I'm so sure it was yesterday. You still owe us money, bro. Lukaku ain't gone that far down the line. He was over like a 5-6 years, 5 years.
It's like 440. I think that's done. But anyway, long story short, we don't have to budge for Onana. But my problem is this management are gonna budge. They don't care about Inter as a club. They want the ship. They want the ship to sail. Anyway, Onana.
Smash a like if you care about Inter. And do you know what? You should smash a like because we should care.
Let me do that.
Actually, Mo, to be fair, it's Friday night. Have you been out for
no, because I'm traveling on Monday, so no.
Okay. So you haven't got the stress ball when you're talking about Inter.
Actually, it's far. It's away.
Okay. It's too stressed to go get it.
Too happy with his trim. You know that trim feeling.
It's a little bit wonky. What's it called? I'm joking, mate. It looks good. If people don't know where the live chat is, all you gotta do look where my phone is. You can kind of see it.
You're copying. Yeah. Cass, it's gone onto your screensaver.
Yeah, that's nice. Basically, you can see the live chat. All you gotta do, exit, and you can see the thumb, right? If it wants to zoom in or not. I don't know.
The thumb is underneath your live chat. Right just there. Click X.
Right there. I don't know.
And also, we're gonna try to do if there are super chats, they're really appreciated. We're gonna try to do them in one bulk. So if you want to get your comments, questions. But how did we shift from talking about Liverpool to talk about Man United?
Because I'm on the show. Probably.
It's just a warm up. So we're going to shift this anyways. Back to Liverpool. They're going to sign another midfielder in the next couple months. It looks like it's going to be a DM targeting somebody that's quite young to fill in the boots as well. And they're also looking at potentially a centre-back. Left-footed, really. They've been linked with some left-footed centre-backs. Ignacio and Mickey van der Ven. Now, what does this mean? Now, it's funny because it was only last week at some point, exactly last week, where we were talking about Liverpool not doing enough business. They're going quite slow. Are they falling behind? And all of a sudden...
Grizz hasn't dropped it, by the way. He's still moaning about it.
He said, welcome, Thuram. I'm still waiting for Thuram. But
he's just commented on our tweet saying, I thought we were moving slow.
Yeah, but we said things can change differently.
I just showed him Elsa.
Big up Grizz, man, with your fake sauce.
Big up Grizz.
Yeah, man. The only source he's got is the
So
one.
let's talk about the chances Liverpool with McAllister and Szoboszlai. If Salah is scoring goals as he scores, if Luis Diaz goes back to the same way he plays, I'm expecting Gakpo to be better than the second half of the season.
And he was good second half of the season.
I still think that for that to work, they need either a center back to play 3 in the back like Man City, or they need a proper Casemiro DM or a Paulinho that will cover Trent and Robertson when they go up.
Otherwise, Fabinho to get back to his best.
I don't think they can afford
Daps or that.
I don't think they'll rely on that, but I think by bringing in another, it might take him there.
Even
Thiago's still to come back as well.
In my opinion, even when Fabinho was at his best, it still required a lot of work from Henderson to cover Trent. So Fabinho at his best wouldn't be able to cover Trent and Robertson. It was Henderson on the right and Fabinho on the left.
But McAllister helping him.
McAllister isn't a defender. He is more of an attacking guy. What I mean, a defender like a guy that is. He's not Henderson is a 50-50. 50 offensive, 50 defensive. Fabinho is a 70-30. McAllister is more of a 70-30 to the offensive side. Szoboszlai is the same. You need a DM like Paulinho. Henderson remember, Henderson used to do all the running for Trent.
Yeah. Well, Henderson actually used to cover for Trent. This is why I said earlier, I think if they got a Paulinho, it is perfect for them because then they've got a solid base that they know they can go forward. The bottom line is this. Liverpool are going to play the formation that City have implemented towards the back end of the season. They're going to play Trent with an X, whoever is next to him. Say Fabinho coming.
I don't know if they will yet, bro.
Okay, hear me out, though. This is what I think they're going to do, though. I do think it goes Trent. I think it's Trent and X, and then it's going to be Szoboszlai and McAllister. And then it's going to be Salah, Diaz, and then Gakpo and Nunez.
Hold on, so who's next to Trent? Who's next to Trent?
So it's going to be X.
We don't know. That's the question.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so for me, they have to sign someone. How Man United are in a position where we want Casemiro, but we want another in case he's not there or someone to go alongside him. Liverpool need another strong 6 that can go alongside Trent, who's defensive-minded. Then they need that centre-back. I don't think the centre-back, for me, and you disagree if you want to, but I don't think that the centre-back has to come in and be a guaranteed starter. What I'm going to say is that if Trent's going into midfield, that leaves a back 3. Konate will play as the right centre-back. Van Dijk plays as the central centre-back. And I think at left centre-back, as he's getting older and he's not bombing up and down as much, I think Robertson can go in as the left centre-back.
He's defensively suspect. Very suspect.
He's not.
He's not very. That's harsh, man.
I agree with that. Mo, he goes forward, so it makes him look like he's because he gets caught out going forward. If he's now staying more central and he's using experience, he's a leader for Scotland. He's a leader for Liverpool. He's got the experience to still play left centre back. They get another.
I would prefer Kieran Tierney in that position. Of course,
no way.
My preference in that place.
What over Robertson
is as the left centre back? Yes.
Why? Because you're going to say defending first, 100%.
Defending as a left centre back, you need defending first. Are you guys serious?
Wait. One second. Did you say Tierney's a better defender than Robertson?
I think so. Yeah.
Nah.
Are you crazy? Are you mad?
Well, Robertson. You know what? Robertson didn't have a good season.
Guys, what are you guys talking? Are you guys serious that Robertson's a good defender?
I think Robertson's a good defender.
I think Tierney 1v1 is probably a better defender than Robertson, actually. But in terms of the overall package, I'm Robertson. But in terms of defending alone, if you just said pick a defender to stop.
I'm sorry. I think Robertson's a good defender. I'll be honest.
Would you take Nathan? Okay, left centre back. Would you take Nathan Ake or Robertson?
Based on last season or based on
Nathan Ake
sample size?
Nathan Ake.
But
All day long. If I'm playing 3 in the back, I'm taking
Nathan Ake. But hold on. Hear me out on this, Mo. That's a harsh one to ask me because I've never seen Robertson play left centre back.
Exactly. But I've seen Kieran Tierney play it.
But hold on. I also haven't seen Kieran Tierney play it. But I would say
see the difference. He played it. They played 3 in the back with him.
Okay. All I'd say on Robertson is I do think Robertson didn't have his best season last season. But if we look at sample size, I think Robertson over the last 5-6 years has been one of Liverpool's consistent players. Like I think Robertson 100%. I'm not going to. I hate the guy, but I think
it's the best signing under 10 million in the Premier League ever, probably.
Look, for me, he would be in a conversation for probably top 10 left backs because left back isn't a great position. But
in my opinion, defensively, it goes like this: Nathan Ake as a left centre back, Luke Shaw as a left centre back. That's my opinion. Kieran Tierney as a left centre back, and then Robertson as left centre back.
Robertson's never played there. You've just listed people that have played there.
But that is why I'm putting him at last.
Yeah, but Liverpool.
There is a reason why.
But Mo,
there is a reason why I'm putting him last.
Okay, Mo, Liverpool have, and literally Robertson has never played there.
You guys are assuming, and I'm speaking on players I've watched play that position.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
you're saying you'd rather have
but that makes sense, Mo. You're obviously going to say that. But Mo, you're obviously going to say that because you've seen them play that position. That's what me and Daps said. You can't put him in the rankings because he hasn't played there. So of course,
he's not a left centre back.
Let me land. But Mo, what I'm saying is, Mo, is that yes, Robertson might not be the most complete left centre back, but based off what they've got right now in this squad, is he a better left centre back than what Tsimikas is? Is he naturally left-footed? Yes. So could he slot in at left centre back rather than
an argument, bro?
I know it's not the argument.
That's not the argument. I'm sorry. Why? That's not. I'm sorry, Cass. That's not the argument. The argument. I agree with you. If you don't have anybody to utilize in that place, you'll have to play Robertson.
Yeah, so I think it'll be Robertson.
But that has nothing to do with my argument. I think he's not decent enough. Give me a second.
That's why they need to sign a left centre back.
He's not exactly. So that's my point. I said Robertson isn't. I started saying Robertson isn't good enough to play left centre back.
Okay, so Mo, let me ask you something.
Hold on. Can I just say one thing? The thing is, what happened there is Ty said how he thought they would play, and then you said, yeah, but I'd rather have Kieran Tierney there. And ultimately,
I didn't say that.
No, you did.
I said,
yes, you did.
No, you did.
Okay, you guys are cutting part of it. Don't do this.
That's exactly
I
what
said
happened.
They need to sign a left centre back because I would rather have someone like Tierney than having someone like Robertson there. I said they need to sign the left centre back. Because Ty said Robertson there. Ty said Robertson, and I said no.
Because that's what they've got right now. But then you said
this is why they are going. Cass is the one who started the conversation and said they are targeting a centre back. Isn't that right?
You didn't say Tierney, though.
A left-footed.
I never said Tierney. I said I would rather have someone like Tierney in that place.
I think he can play. But you're right. We don't know. He might not. But I think Tierney.
I never seen Robertson play in a back three. Did he play that back three?
Okay, never seen Stones play as a GM until this season.
Exactly. Mo, I've got a question for you then. He's been one of their leaders. He's been one of their most consistent players. I know Robertson has been subbed in the 70th minute and he's not played every game. If they are to change this formation, like they've been playing towards the end of the season, and Trent goes into midfield and they play a back three, where does Robertson play if he's not playing left centre-back? He's just going to have to rot on the bench then. He rots on the bench then. So you're telling me it's the end of Robertson if they find a left centre-back?
No, I don't. Yeah? Exactly what you said. So see, I'm taking what you said. You said the guy that was coming doesn't have to be a starter. That means it's only certain styles.
So him and Robertson can rotate.
I think when they switch to the back three and Trent is fully in the midfield, when they're playing smaller team, when they're pressing like what they play at the end of the season, they play a left centre back.
How old's Robertson?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I think if he started rotating, he might look to move.
I think he starts rotating him.
It's probably the best time to move him on now and go get a bad boy left back. How about on?
He is a bad boy left back. As a left back, he's a bad boy left back.
As a left back, he probably is the best left back, if I'm not mistaken. I can't name anybody that has been so consistent over the past 5 years in the world as Robertson. And the back,
but his last 2 years.
Who is? Going to disagree.
I think Cancelo is not as consistent as Robertson.
I think he's regressing. This is where I disagree. I think Robertson as a left back. I think Robertson as a left back is regressing, which is why I think he needs to play more in going into central side, because I don't think he's got the legs. Basically, for me, this is Robertson, right? Robertson has always had the energy, bombing up and down, relentless. He's that guy that you can always rely on. But as his legs get slower, his performances dip, because I was saying it to one of my boys. He's a Liverpool fan. I said, if Robertson's the type of player that is playing at 70%, he's not that good, because he has to have 100% energy, because he relies on his up and down athleticism. When he's 60%, he's getting subbed off. He has to play 100%. And I don't think at left back, he can do that anymore. I feel like his body's slowly declining. He hasn't got the energy to keep going up and down as a left back. And that's why I think to conserve his energy, put him more central.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, I wanted to add something. Are you going to say something, Kaz? Go ahead.
I just don't think the whole point of rebuilding the midfield is so Trent doesn't need to go inverted and do whatever he needs to be doing. That's the whole point. I think Klopp goes back to what he knows, goes back to 4-3-3 and go back to the way he was playing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I actually wanted to touch on that a little bit.
The only reason why we went back 3 is because their midfield was struggling so much that they had to push Trent there. This idea,
especially fair point. Do you know, even more so with the two players they've just bought, because they've just bought 2 players that actually bring some creativeness from the middle. So all of a sudden, it's like it's with Trent. Trent can move back wide.
Can I ask? Is it easier
think
for
Liverpool
them?
fans would want that?
Huh? No, I don't know. They said they got their brand new. They got their brand new shiny toy, Trent. You know, the brand new shiny toy has gone into midfield and he shined at the end of the season. They want to see him inverted. They probably want to see midfielders. Szoboszlai is actually very good from set pieces and whipping in balls from deep and everything. Maybe you might touch the right instead, what Henderson was doing basically, and leave Trent in the middle and do his thing. That's what I might.
I want to see the one thing.
Can I ask a question? Is it? Go ahead.
I want to see, because look, let me be clear to everyone on this as well, because I don't want to come across as a Trent hater. I'm not. I think Trent is a player you build your system around. He's that good that you make sure that Trent can do what Trent does. We've seen it. He's that damn good. When Trent is being his best, that's when Liverpool thrive. My one question is, if we look at who Liverpool have played with Trent in that position, and for England, they played Malta and who was it? Montenegro, I think it was. Who was it we played? Well, 2 very easy teams.
You played Malta
and 2 very easy teams. Then you look at the teams that Liverpool, they didn't play City with him in that position. They didn't play Arsenal with him in that position. They didn't play any of their teams that, you know, you might need 2 strong 6s in, right? And, you know, with Stones, the one thing you can say in that position is Stones is a defender and can defend. So when he needs to defend, he can drop back and plays a defender. They played him
against Arsenal at home. That was it.
Second half they played. I believe it was just the second half, right? Actually, which was the better half, to be fair. But I'm not saying he can't do it. What I am saying is we haven't seen him fully tested in that role to know if he can do that role yet. And with at the moment, like we just said, we don't know who his partner is going to be. I do think it would be a risk, because one of the weaknesses in Trent's game is his reading of the game defensively, not going forward.
Can I say something? Sorry, Kaz. I think it's easier for Liverpool at the moment to go get one decent centre back and play Fabinho or Henderson next to Trent, so they have 3 competent centre backs in the back, than actually finding the best number 6 to cover for both Trent and Robertson, because now you are required to pick the best number 6 to cover for Szoboszlai, McAllister, Trent and Robertson when they go, because that's how Liverpool play. And I don't think that number 6 at the moment exists. It's, in my opinion, is only maybe a Casemiro and maybe a Paulinho. Can he do it? Maybe. But
Paulinho is too much for them, right?
It's easier get a centre back and switch to 3 in the back and maybe play Henderson.
There is one, but everyone keeps ridiculous.
I think that's easier for me.
There is one that we're linked with, and people can say no, World Cup hype. And I say every stream when people name me centre backs, Amrabat.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree. Amrabat in front of a 3 centre backs, including Konate and Van Dijk, that would be good.
We've been saying that since the World Cup.
Yeah.
Was it you know, the guy that came on last week, was it Michael, the Liverpool fan, who watches a lot of Italian football, and he was saying no. Can you remember last week, Mo?
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember who was on the show.
No, the guy
who said Michael.
Yeah, and he wasn't keen on Amrabat. He was saying Amrabat isn't to a level.
I think Amrabat provides 2 things: strength, power, a lot of running, covering, but also playing under. You guys don't know that. There's a coach, it's like De Zerbi. He's the new De Zerbi in Italy. It's called Vincenzo Italiano. He is all about ball position. If he plays Juventus away, he tries to play position football. He's never a guy that sits back. And Amrabat starts in that team. That means he's good enough to start in that team. That means he's good enough to play for Liverpool Football Club. It's ridiculous how you think about this guy Amrabat for 35 million euros, and nobody's going.
How does the price?
I don't know. It's something so weird, because
people are scared. Daps. People are scared after the World Cup. You said it before.
Even after the World Cup, like when there were teams that needed that position, and we were all saying it's so obvious to see. Look, and it wasn't that like he was good in the group stages. They went on, and he was looking good in every game, and you were thinking, yeah, someone's going to come in and snap him up. They haven't, and I don't know. And now it's one of them bizarre ones where I guess we don't know everything, and there might be other reasons why. I don't know. Like, remember, who is that absolute baller French guy? I think he played for Lyon, or and he nearly went to City and Arsenal were both linked with him. Is it Aouar?
Husam Aouar.
Yeah. And everyone's been linked with him. Huh?
Yeah, but he fell off. Daps.
No, and that's what I'm saying. That sometimes there's weird reasons why people don't go in for someone. Like with him, everyone, and it's things that we don't know, that maybe he's demanding too much, or he's got this. I don't know, but it just seems weird that the amount of people that need that role and no one's being linked with him, and it seems like an absolute steal. And even more so, the amount of money it is, it seems right up Liverpool Street, like the type of thing that they would do. So
it's the ones that go under the radar that nobody goes for, and then they go to a club. Someone takes a punt on him, then he shines. You're like, we should have went and got him. We should have went and got him. We just think got him. That's the what I think is.
So the last 40 minutes, the last stance for me is that Liverpool, with the current squad, I think they need a 6, and I would put them as title contenders right away. Szoboszlai and McAllister.
Remember,
put them right away up there.
And wait. Well, you're saying now what without signing any other players, they're title contenders.
But let me just tell you. But now with the current squad, if Fabinho goes back to 70% of what he can do, they go back to be top 4 right away.
Yeah.
Like without a question.
They're already in my top 4.
Yeah, right now. I think the other thing is, I said this the other day, that I think what's massive with Liverpool in particular is momentum. Liverpool are a real team that they need to start the season well. If Liverpool start the season well, they can go there. And the season they dropped off, that was about momentum. They were doing well. Then, what's it called? Van Dijk got injured. And then I think was it one other player got injured, and all of a sudden they started losing 1 or 2 games. Klopp is one of those managers that if the team is doing well, he knows how to motivate them to keep going and keep going and keep going. So I think Liverpool have to start the season well. If they don't, they're a bit. And also, do you know what? If they start the season well, their fans are more on it as well, and that's important. So I think with Liverpool,
the super City Bias is asking, "Ty, you're gonna get slapped up in the Gold Cup?" I don't know.
Basically, St. Kitts are playing Jamaica on Sunday.
What is the
Hold
country?
on, surely St. Kitts. St. Kitts
we've got my island. We've got a football team. I could probably play for them.
Oh, you from St. Kitts?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't know.
Bro, I'll tell you something.
Wait. Why did you think I had the shirt?
No, bro, I didn't think that, bro. Come on.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
No disrespect. I really just don't know.
No, it's tiny island.
I've been St. Kitts as well, still.
Like how many people in the island?
I 50, don't even know, but probably this our town's bigger than it.
Oh, okay. But anyway,
yeah, we're playing Jamaica on Sunday, so big up anyway.
So guys, if you haven't hit that like button, listen.
47,500 people as of 2021.
Wow.
Listen, beautiful people. Listen, beautiful people. I'm not gonna dwell on it long, okay? The video look like this again. You hit the X, it's right here.
I love it. We're handing out free tutorials.
And now it's the like button is right there. I know there's light on it, but it looks like this underneath the video. Hit that like button because
if you're gonna say it looks like this, you should do that. It looks like this.
Yeah.
It looks like this. It's thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Give me to 300 likes in the next 10 minutes. Close your live chat and hit that like button. Let's jump the likes up, please.
And Mo shave his hair off live.
Oh,
never.
You know what?
My dad,
I'm trimming mine tomorrow. Look at that.
My dad, God bless his soul in peace, did it once, because I had really long hair and I got in big trouble, and the punishment was shaving my hair.
Wow, is that?
Rest in peace, Dad.
That's your punishment.
Once. Okay, so hear me out. Once,
by the way.
Yeah.
Liverpool Sainsbury's ketchup in the building, man. Fake sauce.
Oh, you too.
No, but see, listen. People think that we have people think we have like I don't like Liverpool. I don't
like Liverpool.
I know. With the Turams and the Tony, like that. What is his name? Tony. What is his name? The guy that Kifran Turam and the other guy Coney.
Man said Tony, the tiger.
That's how unknown these guys are. But now, and we said it, me and Cass said it this morning, they are signing the McAllister and Szoboszlai. Yeah. They are ready now. Szoboszlai is ready today. He comes to Liverpool. He's someone that doesn't need development. He's already played Champions League football, play in the top 3 teams in the Bundesliga.
Captain's Austria, I think.
Hungry. So that's what I mean.
They're doing business right as well.
Exactly. I wanted Liverpool to sign these ready now players that will come in banging right away.
Oh, so that's who you're going to support this season, Liverpool?
No. Why would I support Liverpool?
But we're trying to work out who you're going to back.
Are they underdogs?
Do you know what the most
always
impressive
support the
thing is?
listen, Daps. I always support the outsiders.
All right. Well, in that case, you might as well support Sheffield United or
Luton Town.
or Luton.
Yeah,
Luton are the
Okay,
underdogs.
so let's
Support
talk
Luton.
about from 5 teams. Let's decide who the outsiders are. Okay, so let's move to Arsenal. Man United. There is Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. Who do we think are going to be the outsiders? Who do you think that we have the lowest chance of winning the league? Man United are going to add Mount. They're going to get a striker and they're going to get Onana. They finish third. They get 10 more points. They're second.
Well, do you know what? The outsiders, you'd probably if it's only out of those 5 that you could have an argument.
Do you think that the Zerbi is going to win the league, Daps, or something?
No. I thought you'd pick any team. I didn't realize you can only pick a top 5 team, you glory hunter.
I mean, a realistic outsider.
I mean, do you know what? Right now, you would probably say, just because of where the club is, you'd probably still say maybe Newcastle. Because
to win the league, they have any chance to win the league.
They're probably the outsiders, I would say.
Outsiders. Wait, who was classed in the outsiders?
Hold on, let me be clear. Outsiders is supposed to be
from the teams that will. I think the 5 teams that can win the league. Okay,
no, there's
it's simple as this. It's Liverpool or Arsenal. It's simple.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's you think so? You think Man United? You have no chance.
Yeah,
if you get Onana,
the current form, Mo, we do not have a chance.
How? If you get Onana, a striker, and a midfielder, how you're not?
You just listed off 3 or 4 signings. We can't even get one. We only got get one for the window right now.
Go get Onana, and then you can return your.
He thinks we could just bro. We're desperate to get Mount done, Mo.
What is that?
We were desperate just to get.
No, we're laughing at you. Ignore the super chat. We're laughing at you.
That was crazy.
You just listed off. Oh, if you get a goalkeeper,
you already got a Mount over the line, didn't you?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, answer yes or no, please. Mo, answer yes or no. No.
Mo. Sorry. Breaking news, Mo. United fans aren't over enthused about Mason Mount. So you're saying Mason Mount?
I agree with you. I agree with you. So,
but you're talking like he's a changer.
Mo, let me be realistic with you. Mo, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you.
Do you believe you're gonna get Onana?
Yes.
Right. Mo,
do you believe you're gonna get a striker after this? Yes or no?
Yes.
At some point, yeah.
Okay, so that's it. That's your. I believe that's gonna be your window.
Okay, and can I come back to you then? For Manchester United to challenge for the title, we need Mason Mount, who's done. We need Onana to come in. We need a striker, and then we need a central midfielder again, and we need a centre back. Then I would talk to you about challenging.
What are you talking about, bro?
You said
spot on.
It's a striker. You need another striker.
Mo, I don't know why I think you think exactly. I think you think we're better than what we are. Mo, if we don't get another central midfielder, you're telling me Mason Mount solves the problems. You know football. It doesn't. You're telling me that Rafa.
Hear me out.
He's also expecting a forward to land.
Ask me a question. Okay,
hear me out.
Let me answer. Yeah.
Hear me out. So you're saying Mason Mount solves our midfield problems? No. And then you're telling me with Rafael Varane's injury problems that Victor Lindelof and Maguire solves our problems if we don't get enough.
Don't answer on myself. Say what you think. Okay, don't answer like I'm gonna answer. You asked me.
What's my question? What do you want me to answer directly to?
So no. You answered. You said your opinion, right? Here's what I think. Man United came 3rd last year, right? You lost 9 games away from home. Mason Mount isn't gonna change the way you play football. You're not gonna impose your will. However, Man United are the lowest team in terms of the difference between your XG, your expected goals, and the actual goals you scored. You get a decent striker, any decent striker that convert, you score 10 more goals. And also, you get Onana, you don't leak goals, and you start playing completely different football. And so the football you played this year, you get 10 extra points next year. Just 10.
Mo, you haven't mentioned what you just said there, yeah? I get what you're saying, but ultimately, what Ty's saying is, I'm
speaking logic.
Hold on. No. What Ty's saying is you're talking best 11. Literally, you've just listed.
Oh yes,
best 11.
Absolutely, 100%. Yes.
And you're also presuming that the striker that they get lands and bangs.
Okay, so Szoboszlai isn't gonna play well. Okay.
What?
I can just come back to you, Daps, and say Szoboszlai isn't gonna play well for Liverpool.
And 11 doesn't win you a league, though.
Yes, I agree with you. I'm just going one point at a time. You're saying that I am assuming that the striker is going to come in banging, right? I didn't say that.
But United and Liverpool, for me, aren't in the same position. Liverpool already had, for me, like they had a bad season last year. Yes, I understand, but they need a few a few gaps plugged, right?
So what
gaps,
did United need last year? So answer me. What did you?
So on top of what they need, I'll leave them to do that because it's their team. But I do know factually, on top of that, they need their squad strengthening as away from the 11 because the drop off is too much.
Okay, so in my opinion, so I'm gonna tell you what I think. Right, in last season, if Man United had a decent striker that will get them 10 to 15 goals, which is not something that you can find in the world, Man United get extra at least 6 to 8 points or 9 points. They missed so many chances last year in games that they actually missed points in these games because they couldn't score on the counter, not on the counter. Okay, so that's not hard to find. I'm not asking for a 30 goals striker or a 25 goal striker, not a Harry Kane, even a decent one that will keep Rashford on the left and then Anthony on the right, and it's the same formation exactly. That gives him extra 6 points. Lisandro Martinez, you guys said when Lisandro played, you had the best defense. What happened? What am I hearing? Lisandro Martinez, he got injured. That's very unlucky at the end of the season. Like Saliba got injured. They had Lindelof. He was okay. If Maguire stays, I doubt he's going to stay. I think they're going to replace him with another center back. Same price. They're going to sell Maguire for 25. They're going to get a 25 million. Okay? I'm just dissecting every point. Luke Shaw has been very, very good on the left side. Wan-Bissaka at the end of the season was very good. And you want to tell me that Ten Hag cannot even take him a little bit more?
No, you said challenge.
I wasn't. Yes. I said challenge. I said the outsiders, they have a chance of winning the league. My point
is... asked your direct question was, Mo, out of all them 5 teams, who have the closest chance to challenging City for the title? You listed...
I never said Man United. I didn't say Man United, but you said definitely. So that you said definitely not Man United.
Yeah, right now.
And I said if Man United get the right people in, they have a chance. That's the difference between me and you.
That's the big if. I said we need 4 players.
It's not a big if because you are already your main. I said. Your main 2 players is not a midfielder. Bruno, Casemiro, and Eriksen still can hold it a little bit if you have a decent striker and a decent goalkeeper. Your problems last year wasn't midfield. You still played counter-attacking football, but you couldn't finish the chances. I see your point, but Ten Hag adjusted at some time to defense and play counter-attacks, and you still created chances in these games.
And it got worse as the season went on.
But you couldn't convert them. You got dominated by small teams, yes, but Ten Hag found a way to create the difference is if you're sitting here and telling me that when you were away from home, you didn't create chances, I would say, yes, I agree with you. You need a complete change in midfield. But if you create chances and you couldn't finish them, that's the manager working with what we have. Can it get better? Yes, it can. You get a De Jong, yes, it changes everything. But with the current midfield, it can work.
Only way Man United challenge next season if they get 4 signings, and a 4 signings till January, by the way, till January. Remember the key word, January. You go get me a defensive another centre mid that's defensively astute and that can actually do their job properly, that can keep the ball, yeah? Someone like that, I don't know who it's going to be, right? Go get me a striker, go get me the goalkeeper, Nana. Yes, we got Mount now. And then obviously that's 4.
And go get me a centre back.
Guess what? In January, if you can hold out until January, and go get me another striker. Go get me Tony or something like that. Go get me, not just that, you probably need something else. Go get me a backup centre-back if need be, or centre-back that you're looking to maybe grab now rather than...
Did you mean Tony or Coney?
Rely on Varane, yeah.
Did you mean Tony or Coney?
I don't like this. I don't like this. No pressure on me. I don't like this. No pressure
I haven't finished, by the way. The extra variable is Anthony being better and Sancho being better.
Anthony will be better.
Sancho as well. That's the other variable that no one thinks about, is because I think he's not going to do. I have no hope in him.
Do you know what the mad thing is, well, Casto, is that because Man United, when at the start of the season, people were saying we could get top 4, and some people were saying we could get top 6. Remember, me and you were speaking loads last year. We're saying maybe top 6, cool, better football. The fact that Man United have finished 3rd in the season just gone now, it's kind of like the pressures on Ten Hag now, because it's like, well, what is seen as progression? If you finish 3rd in the league and you win a trophy and get to a final, what's seen as progression? Because if we get top 4 in a more competitive league like it is next season, I still think that's decent. But other people might say, you know what, you finish 3rd. The only way you use progression is to finish 2nd. But I don't think that's logical when it comes to Man United this season.
It's not logical. Do you know what? There's certain claims that people say that is never... Yeah. Like you just said something there that was, and this is an example of it. You said, because the league next season is going to be more competitive, right? Now, I totally understand why you said that. However, so many times do I hear next season the league's going to be super competitive, and then bizarrely random teams drop off out of nowhere. So, and this is a thing that what people can predict. You can't say things like United should do this, United should do that, because ultimately, if City and Liverpool go on runs like they could do, then United can't finish higher than third, because City and Liverpool have just been too good. So you have to wait for the season to start. I like I said, for me, with the new ownership and everything, I honestly believe next season is 100%. It's going to be a season of transition, and
I agree. I think can I see the last outside team that no one says? Chelsea. How about that?
Oh no, I'm not having Chelsea.
Why can we not have Chelsea?
You can have them. I'm not having them.
They're about to go spend 80 million on Caicedo, by the way, and they only play one game a week. Yeah, Caicedo, Enzo, and Kunku. They don't need six midfielders.
I'm not gonna lie. That pivot of Caicedo and Enzo is nuts.
And Ty, do you know? Can you remember a show we did? Yeah, probably it was just before the summer transfer window ended, right? And they just got Fofana. Yep. Me and you were talking about Chelsea's defense and saying how, on paper, how good their defense is.
Yeah.
Right now, if now we are where we are, it's very easy to look at the season and go, you know what? How wrong were we? Right, because of how many games Chelsea lost, but for goals conceded, Chelsea actually, I believe, had one of the best defenses in the league. Am I right? For goals conceded.
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
So I do think Chelsea have a good defense, and I do think, their midfield looks mad. If they just they haven't bought a striker yet, have they? We don't know.
They did today.
Jackson. Whether
Warriors back from injury.
Do you know what? What I would say is the reason why I'm saying I'm not having Chelsea is because of how much of a jump it is, right? And I also think Pochettino will have gone in there and said, "Listen, don't expect miracles overnight, right? Give me time." Give me time to work. I want to do it the way I want to do it. I want to bring the players that I want to bring through. It has to be the way very similar to probably what Arteta said at Arsenal. It has to be the way I want to do it. Give me time and let me cook. If it works, listen, I will eat my words and I will say I was completely wrong. And I understand why people are saying the amount of money they've spent, they should. But like we just said, football doesn't work like that.
Man, who just fired? Like that. You just fired, you nasty guys, man.
Wasn't me. Confirmed.
Someone's either that or someone's in the toilet. I heard that. Nasty, man.
Well, unless you let someone in. Mo, you look really.
No. I keep smashing the like people button as well, man. 600 of you.
I'm thinking about Chelsea, and I keep not. I don't understand why this Nkunku center attacking mid thing. Well, I didn't watch him play center attacking mid. I watched him play a second striker or center forward. And in my opinion, that squad with Badiashile and Thiago Silva in a back four isn't good enough. In my opinion, that Thiago Silva at this age, every time he played in a back four, I saw him exposed for speed. His positioning is amazing from his experience, but I think in the Premier League, you need more than just positioning. You need strength, you need speed, and he's not young enough to do that. And if they play Fofana, I watched Fofana after coming back from injury, and he wasn't great. And I know that Pochettino plays a back four, and I think that Chilwell is suspect defensively. He isn't the greatest, and I don't think he's going to break his
injury. I like that Lewis Hall. And I don't watch this space on Lewis Hall playing left back as a flying wing back, as in one of the new products to come forward next year.
And the two
best crosses in the league, by the way.
What did they do with Cucurella then? Did they keep him?
I think he stays.
I think he stays for one more year.
I think he's important for back three, but for back four, all of a sudden, if you're talking about Chilwell's there, and then you're also talking about
Thiago Silva. Why are we assuming that Thiago Silva is the same guy? This Chelsea hype of Thiago Silva, who played for Paris Saint-Germain, right? And then came and Thomas Tuchel switched to back three to stop the leaking goals that happened under Lampard.
Sorry, did you just get triggered by a comment?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Surprise.
I swear we were talking about Chilwell and Mo just went off on a mad one about Thiago Silva.
He wants this module to fail. So Mo's agenda for Chelsea, I understand what it is, because I do agree with in some parts, but you can't deny it.
No,
it's true.
You want Lukaku for free, right?
Yeah, no.
Don't do that, Cass. I said that if you get Caicedo on a striker, Cass, it should work.
One sec. Not only have they got winners in the team, they've got experienced heads in the team, and they've got young ballers coming through in the team as well. And one like Lewis Hall only going to get better next season. Madueke, I think he's going to be a problem. Sterling cannot get any worse They could even use that Ian Matson at left back to be fair.
Ian Matson,
get the right system. Get the right system. Sterling
there's
can
questions with obviously Levi Colville as well. He could potentially say, do you know what? Right. I think the interesting thing with Chelsea is that they're playing. The fact that their expectations are not to be challenging or to get top four, they're not, because they're such a young squad. They might actually play with a bit more free spirit and just, get some better results because the pressure's not really on them. Whereas when last year, it was obviously the manager in Tuchel who started the season. You think about it, then it was Graham Potter obviously at the coming as well. It's kind of like, right, they spent a lot of money. They've got these players. They should be up there competing or, at least getting top four. The fact that they've kind of filtered it out now, they're getting rid of the old players. Koulibaly's gone. Mendy's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Koulibaly gone now?
Who?
Koulibaly gone.
Yeah, Koulibaly's gone to Saudi Arabia. So, like, they're getting rid of a few of these younger players, older players. So I feel like with the youngsters, they've kind of got a free hit season. So whether they succeed or not, their experience will help.
Can you remember when they played us in? I think it was the first Premier League game. It was at home at their ground. Sorry, and they played a younger team. And the first half was actually the game where Cancelo and Walker both started, and Cancelo was playing right wing. And Chelsea started with a really, really young squad that day, I believe.
Yeah, and they actually done quite well in the first half.
They did. I agree with you. I think there is a thing with young players; they play with a bit more freedom, and I think Pochettino will have them. We'll have them playing like that. I'm intrigued to watch them. Listen, I haven't got any dislike for Chelsea at all. So I'm not saying I don't think they can challenge because I don't like Chelsea. It's just it's too much of a jump. And if they do, then I'm here for it.
And also, Daps, it's not even just it's not even when you combine it. Sorry, Cass, I was just going to say it's the fact that because Liverpool are spending, even the Tottenham, Arsenal spending, it's not even just too much of a jump. It's that the rivals are actually strengthening as well. So sorry, Cass.
The talk on Chelsea's made him bring out the stress ball.
He's actually what I'm going to get. Big up Craig Adams with a super sticker. Big up for that. I've got the questions, and let's revolve it back round to the Liverpool way as well. I think Arsenal are going to get Timber, and that's more or less done. And I think they're going to get another. They're going to get a DM potentially. I think they're going to get another one. Let's say Liverpool are going to go get another midfielder supposedly, and their centre back. Would you say Liverpool go back onto their perch?
Would you have their perch? What's their perch?
In a bridesmaid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you reckon if they do, Liverpool will finish second next season over Arsenal? Like
if they sign a centre back and a centre midfielder again.
So no, I'm saying So if they go and do that, do you reckon they climb over Arsenal, or do you reckon it'd be a target? Because I think Arsenal can definitely win the league next year.
Balls in Arsenal's
that's a great question,
Because if we're going to say Liverpool, like they're definitely there.
So Man City would be third. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as we get top four, I'm happy.
Do you want me to be real with you, Cass? If Liverpool
is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing? Arsenal win the league, Liverpool second, and Man City third.
Well, we'll battle out for United for top four, innit?
Oh my God!
And a centre back, Cass. I think they can finish above Arsenal.
Well,
Liverpool win the league or Arsenal win the league? I'm just
it's between them two. We're third favourites.
For me, no one's ever.
What is going on? That's what's going on here. What's happening?
I didn't say that, but
I know you didn't. I know it was just a joke.
But for me, no one's ever gone into the Europa League, and they're going to look to win it, and also won the league as well, and going further in the competition. It just never happens. I'm just saying, who do you reckon can finish second? If that's the case, you can get the second place trophy.
Hopefully, we can achieve that.
This guy.
You can't always listen. We've been married too many times. It's time for us to play the role as bridesmaid.
That's a very good question as well. I actually do.
We've been married too many times. Give us that.
We haven't spoken about Arsenal yet. So.
Oh, we've spoken about Arsenal a lot. Do you want to talk about Declan Rice again? We ain't spoken about that much, have we?
It's true.
Because Daps, you said they can win the league.
Yeah, they can.
I don't think they can. Oh, they Arsenal.
Can. Yeah, they can. And Liverpool can. And Liverpool can. I think. Look, I based on the windows, I think Arsenal, and so far, if I'm being honest, Arsenal and Liverpool have both had good windows. They're both showing intent. They're both showing they know what they need to do. Their boards are showing intent. Liverpool are moving shrewd, and a lot of Liverpool fans that are being reactionary. In 1 minute they're really angry with their board. Next minute today they're over the moon. But Liverpool were doing good business. Arsenal were doing good business. And I've said Arsenal challenged last season. If it wasn't for Saliba's drop off and also the fact that you can't afford to drop points when City are on your heels, Arsenal could go. Liverpool could go. Like, I'm not going into this season, by the way, ruling. I'll be honest, I'm ruling United out. I even had this conversation with Cass that if Newcastle keep showing intent, I will not rule Newcastle out. Right? I'll think they've got far less.
Hold on, everyone keeps taking their targets.
They've got some, but you know what? That's fine. It's what it is. Sometimes things have to happen. I'm not saying I still think Arsenal and Liverpool have a lot higher chance than Newcastle, but I'm not ruling Newcastle out. Look, there's no way we can go into this league thinking anyone could, 100%, man, 100%.
I was going to ask another question as well along the lines is like, if you're I don't know, some Liverpool fans, I need to know in the comments, what's a successful, other than top 4, getting back into the Champions League, what's this actual successful season for Liverpool?
That's a really good question to see what their fans say, you know. You right there, mate?
Yeah, no, I just getting
attacked.
I'm bothered. Yeah, I'm getting attacked. But yeah, so what's a successful season like?
That's a great question for a Liverpool fan, you know. I'm intrigued to hear what they say, whether they've still got that ambition, whether it's interesting to hear if Liverpool fans still have that ambition and belief, or if they try and play it down. I don't know what one they go with. I think.
Are you saying, Cass, off the squad right now, or if they get that centre back and centre mid?
Yeah, I think they're going to go and get them. They're going to get at least one, at least. I think it's going to happen regardless because they got another 2 months.
I think if they get one of them other players, I think they want to be going top 2 and winning an FA Cup. That's at least. And going and the Europa League, I don't know how serious they're going to take it because we've never seen them in it.
Really serious.
Can I ask you guys a serious question
about the Europa League? You got to remember that's one that Klopp got to a final of and didn't win. So I think he'll want to get it.
I think you know what I'm going to say. Period. I think Liverpool want top 2.
About Liverpool, okay, where were they a year ago, fighting for a quad? What did we expect the year after for them, based on their manager, to go to Istanbul and actually win the title? That's what we expected for them. So they had a year off. Now their board is investing. They're doing the right moves. And if they do what they say they're going to do with another center back and a central midfielder, why not the demand from the fans shouldnin be the title?
Challenging for the title.
Yeah. So why are we saying, why are we giving them a pass?
Yeah, I'm in your camp. All my dominoes are in that camp. Challenge title.
If again, we said it many times on this channel and on other channels, but in this channel mainly, all of us, we said this window, the people that get it right, the team that get it right, defines probably the next 3-4 years for them, other than Man United because of the change of ownership. But this window, to be honest, like Liverpool get their window right, I'm expecting them to go for the title. Chelsea
imagine you as a Liverpool fan, if you signed McAllister, Szoboszlai, you signed a centre-back and you signed another central midfielder, right? So you get every position you needed, 3 midfielders and your centre-back. If I sat and said to you as a Liverpool fan, oh yeah, your ambitions to get top 4, you would laugh at me. You would be like, no, I want to challenge for the title, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I have the same energy. See the difference. I have the same energy for Man United. I have the same energy for Arsenal. Okay, when I say challenge or win the title, you guys don't understand my point. When I say challenge or win the title, I say you do similar to what Arsenal did. You do not similar to what Liverpool did.
You agreeing then? They should be challenging.
And so I have the same energy for Arsenal and Man United. You finished third.
No, Mo. Sorry. The thing with Man United and Arsenal is you have to look at Man United and Arsenal and the managers they have, and look at the last. We can all do last season and be reactionary. You have to look at the last 5-6 seasons, right? And whether you look at Liverpool, you are talking about, yes, they had a drop off, but last time they had a drop off,
they basically got the core as well.
Bro, they still have the core. They still have the manager. So that's something that Liverpool and Arsenal.
So you with me? If they get every player they need, they should be challenging, right?
No, I think the whole right. What happens with a fan base, is your fan base's expectations get greater and greater the better you do, right? So and then when you start doing badly, that ambition slowly wears off. Like now, Man United fans, and it's taken many, many years, your ambition's lowered a bit, right? And the minute you start getting there, it'll go back up. With Liverpool, they've had 1 season off, bro. You really think they're
we just said that. We just said we agree with you that. We agree with you that.
No, Ty agrees with me. You think that they should be top 4. I think Liverpool should be literally.
No. I am the one who said title, and Ty agreed with me.
Oh, but you just basically sounded like you were disagreeing with us.
Yeah, you sound like you were disagreeing.
No. I said I have the same energy for Liverpool as I have for United.
No.
United and Arsenal are different.
You shouldn't have Liverpool and Man United in the same category. This is what me and Daps are saying.
So that's the difference between me and you. In my opinion, you came third last year. You spent 200 million. You spent 200 million last year, and you came third. You progressed. You back to Champions League. Okay. And I think next season, if you spend enough money, 150, your second year under this manager, you should go a step up. What's a step up from where you are?
We can only talk on that if we get the 4 players that we needed.
Okay, and if
is a lot in our current situation.
The difference between again, Ty, you're saying if Liverpool, they should.
No, but
and
Liverpool.
When I say if, you disagree with me.
Liverpool are already showing the intent by signing Szoboszlai, whatever his name is, McAllister.
So when can I start talking about Man United then? When am I allowed to talk about Man United?
When we get Onana and we get a striker.
So when you get Onana, I'm not allowed to talk. I am not allowed to talk. If you get Onana, I'm not allowed to talk.
I didn't say Onana. I said Onana and a striker.
No. So hold on. So when am I? So why are we allowed to talk about Liverpool with 2 signings only, but I'm not allowed to talk about Man United with 2 signings?
Because they know how their manager, their spine.
They've got their spine, they've got the core, they've got 2 players in already. They're only going to sign their first.
I don't change the way I talk about all the teams the same.
Spine, is it?
I talk about the same.
No, but
I am talking about the same teams, all the same. You guys change based on teams because
yes, we do.
This manager did this and this manager did that. I'm saying progression means you move up. If your manager in the second year,
there's 600 people watching, right? There's 600 people watching, and not one in the comments tonight.
Even on 300 likes,
actually, absolutely, what you said.
Huh? But I'd say not even 300.
Yeah, we need 300 likes. Guys, look at this content you're getting for free on a Friday night. Not even a Monday, a Friday. Like the button. But listen, what we're saying is me and Cass have not sat here once, talked about United title talk. Not anyone in the comments has spoke about United title talk. They know that we need more. Liverpool are already showing the intent of signing the 2 out of the 3 midfielders they needed, and they're going to get the centre-back. We saw them win 8 out of their 9 last Premier League games, whether they played, whoever they played. We know that it was a bad season for them, but they're not that far off. They will be up there challenging for the title if they get these 1 or 2 plays, which with the intention they're showing right now, Mo, there's no doubt that they will.
So why Man United are not showing intentions? Can I ask you why you're telling me?
Where did you finish, Mo?
What do you mean?
Where did you finish in the league? Your team's got Lukaku, Lautaro, Çalhanoğlu, Barella, all these decent players, Bastoni, and Why didn't you win the league, Mo Vanana?
We failed. That's the difference. I said we failed. I said we had the squad, and my manager lost 12 games and he failed, and I called for his head, and I said he should be sacked.
Mark, do you know there's one thing
that I'm on record. By the way, I'm on record said that in the Champions League semi-final, I said even if we don't win the final, this manager should be sacked.
Go on, Cass. You land.
Go ahead. My point, you guys. He asked me a question, I answered.
But the thing is, you got to look at it in a perspective like, yes, Man United are going to go get a Nana, right? And it changes the way you play football, but changing from transition football to playing football without any other weaknesses is a different type of game, right? That's one. Well, every other team is steadying their ship. This is only the same reason of Man United steadying ship, trying to go with them and stay there. Man United haven't gone from here to up there. Arsenal getting Declan Rice, potentially keeping Party, going to get another guy or 2.
Getting Timber.
Timber is going up there. And Man United is still here, even with a strike, it's still there. It's not enough.
Yeah, we're basically we're kind of doing it to stay in touch. We're not doing it to elevate.
Yeah. So you guys are telling me that you're gonna get a different goalkeeper, you're gonna get a striker. That's what I'm understanding from what you guys said.
Well, has Eric Ten Hag?
You guys are not even letting me finish.
No, because you just
said it a minute ago.
You just finish. I was gonna ask you a question, and the answer is a yes or no. I was gonna ask a question.
Yes or no question then, quick before you go.
Okay. Are you guys gonna go get a striker and have Mason Mount and upgrade on the goalkeeper to stay in the same place, get 75 points exactly?
Guess what? Has Eric Ten Hag really implemented his system the way he wants to play at Manchester United yet?
No, he hasn't.
So there's no football yet. So you got to learn that again. The players got to learn something new.
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no question.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a no.
It's a no. So you guys are gonna stay in the same place with 3 different.
Everyone else, no, because what they just said is, Mo. This is the thing. They said that while other teams are upgrading, yeah. So if they upgrade, but all other teams upgrade, you stay in the same position, right? Because everyone else is upgrading. But also, you just said something a minute ago. You said I come with the same energy for everyone. What you guys do is you look at managers and you change based on that. Mo, you know better than anyone, yeah. Pep Guardiola, perfect example. Your opinion on Manchester City based on who we sign would be different to other managers and who they sign, because you would say Pep Guardiola knows what he's doing. With Liverpool, you look at Liverpool, they have Jurgen Klopp, who has proven he can win the league, has proven multiple times he can challenge, has proven while doing it in Europe, has a squad of players that have proven. So to say you put all teams on equal, you can't do that, because in that case, going into next season, don't be saying City are favourites, because you can't look at last season or the season before. You can't look at any of that. You have to look at our transfer window. And so far, our transfer window hasn't been better than anyone else. So does that mean that everyone else is going to have a better season than us? You have to take these things, this experience, the managers and all of that into it. It is valid.
See, I'm not saying that
Man United will. Can I just come back to that?
I'm saying Man United should improve.
Okay.
But away form next year based on the signing.
Oh, that's a different question. Right. See, this is where I have you said you're now adding away form and this and that into it. The bottom line is you said are Manchester United going to sign a striker, Mason Mount, and a goalkeeper to stay where they are. The bottom line is this. The answer will be yes, because Man City, we're not finishing above them. Arsenal have strengthened more than us, so yes, they probably should be finishing above us. Liverpool, another team that potentially should finish above us. So are Manchester United basically competing for top 4? The answer is yes. And you know what? Cool. I'm not going to be disappointed with it, because I accept that that's the realest shit of it. Sorry about my language. We're not.
Oh, no, it's fine. But you guys just don't like. You guys are doing that. You don't like pressure.
No,
you guys don't like pressure.
It's called being real.
You guys don't like pressure.
Me and Cass would not sit here and sign a goalkeeper, a striker, and Mason Mount and say we're challenging for the title. I'm sorry if Manchester United fans would think we're challenging for a title off that. I think they're silly, and that's just me.
I think you should ask your manager for a step up. If he asks for Mason Mount and he gets a striker,
okay, let me ask you. We sign a striker, we sign Mason Mount, and we sign a goalkeeper. You think that's challenging for the title? Yes or no?
That means a step up. And
yes or no?
A step up from third is actually going for the title like Arsenal.
If everyone else is
yes or no? So you're saying we finished second, which is saying the second place is challenging for the title. So the answer is yes.
Yes.
If everyone else drops off and you make a step up, but ultimately, if you improve your squad, but the other teams improve their squad more, then ultimately you're not.
But they were already third.
I can't believe Mo.
So they stay third. So they stay.
Sorry,
let's do maths, Mo. Let's do maths.
Right?
No. Let's do maths. First, it's simple. If everyone, a team's first, team's second, team's third. If everyone adds 2, then third doesn't jump over second or first, because everyone is upgrading. So you can't just sitting there and go, but Man United have got better, because the other teams like Arsenal have got better. If a team drops off, fair enough. But if the other teams are equally getting better, it means their squad is still a level above Man United. Even though Man United has got better, it just means the gap below is getting bigger.
I can't believe Mo, who knows football, thinks we sign.
Absolutely, I will absolutely stand behind my statement.
Cass, I'm sorry if you do agree
with
this.
I will absolutely stand behind my thing. You guys had 75 points.
Comment.
This is okay. Listen, now. This is my statement. Okay, this is the last. This is the last thing. This is my last statement on this. Okay, if you sign a striker and you get Onana, and you sign Mason Mount based on your manager, but you don't sell anybody and stay with the same people that you have, you should improve by at least 9 to 15 points. That's my statement.
Hold on. That variable is happening. But if the teams you're playing also upgrade their team, then it doesn't automatically mean you get 9 to 15 points, because everyone else is upgrading.
Here is my counter to this. Counter to this. The one away against Liverpool, the one home against Liverpool and lost away. The one against City and lost away. The one against Arsenal and lost away. So these teams strengthen. Yes, are they going to lose against them? No, they won't. But they will win against the other teams that they lost against them away from home. That's my point.
The only way this happens if Man United can continue their home form. That's the only way.
Yes, which is you made it a fortress, best defense in the league at home.
That's still going to be hard. We only lost 1 game. That's still a remarkable home record. We've got to repeat that.
So why not? So why you're telling me? Because so by experience, Man City are going to continue. I believe that. But you want to tell me that Arsenal will continue this magnificent form because of 1 season, but you cannot
because they're also strengthening their team, so they might get better.
So what they said, see, Daps, Cass just said that only happens if we keep our home form. What are the signs that you aren't going to keep your home form? Tell me the signs.
Well, because you said that we ain't signing another centre back. You just said striker.
I know what Mo's doing, by the way. I know what Mo's doing. I know what Mo's doing.
I'm not doing anything, Daps.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
really
Mo,
speaking
Mo,
what
you are doing is you're trying to put, because if I was to piece,
And
if
Mo,
I was to go back, hold on.
Arsenal.
If I was to go back and watch probably the last week of shows that you've been on, yeah, I reckon every single, if I go through them all, I reckon 6 teams at least you have told must challenge next season, yeah, in different shows. That's what you're doing. Ultimately, it's your agenda against the Premier League because you're hating on the Premier League.
Why is that? Are you serious?
Yes. I will stand by what I said.
Yeah.
I will stand by
can
what
I come on to that as well? Can I add on to
swear
that?
not.
Can I add on to that? You just said about Manchester United and Arsenal, right? And you just said what makes Arsenal want to challenge or be more up there than Man United. Well, first of all, they finished second and they challenged City all the way. Two,
that's not what I said, Ty. But before you answer a question, I didn't say. Sorry, before you answer something, I didn't say. I said exactly this. Cass said it all depends on us keeping the home form. And my point is, if we're gonna assume that Arsenal will keep the same form and strengthen, and you're gonna strengthen, I'm assuming you're gonna keep the home form. That's my point.
Yeah. Yeah. Pim Down send help. Says, so if Inter sign 3 players, does that mean you're going to win a Champions League because you made the final this season that now you have strengthened?
I never said that because the Champions League is completely different and everybody knows that.
Also,
it's
they're
all
going to
about
sign
small
3
details.
players for shit.
And we aren't signing 3 players for shit, so no. Anyway.
Yeah, you're just a troll today, isn't it, Mo?
Oh, what a show.
I swear not. And I'm going to keep saying it. You're going to see
I'm actually glad I come back to a show like this.
You know what it is, though? If Man United to get Anana, Kim Min-jae, obviously Mounts there, get Højlund, and go till January and then go get me 2 signings that we really need to, I will say, Mo, you're right. But we want to
sign, man want to sign 6 players to challenge for the league. They want to get a new,
Mo just said man wanna.
Players.
Because guess what? Man United are about 6-7 players probably away from competing for the league.
Arsenal were about 10 players and then Arteta made it work. Your manager is better than Arteta based on your fan base.
No, but it's not. Yeah, maybe. Also, whatever.
Made it work with
my manager won trophies as well, as much as him.
Yeah, so he's better than
maybe,
Arteta.
Maybe Mo. But guess what? Man United, bro, we need. How about we need first team players rather than squad
I have
players?
more chest for Man United than their fan base.
And this is what got us into trouble last year.
Yes, it did.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Mo's a troll.
Yeah,
troll Mo. It did. Troll Mo.
It did.
You've changed, Mo. You really have changed.
Did should be on 500 minimum.
Yeah, it should be. I can't lie, man.
Everyone can check that. Everyone can check that before they leave.
If I could have a portal, that would send objects through and lick someone in their head, I swear down.
Well, you can. To be fair, it's not far, bro. You could just open the door.
Well, I mean, where's Mo then?
Oh, yeah, Mo's not here.
Exactly, man. I need that guy, that doctor, whatever his name is.
Just hours. 3 weeks or something.
I need those stressful. I'll just dash out your head, man. You get on my nerves, bro. This is why I don't like talking about Man United. I swear I'm going to talk some absolute shit on Inter soon now. Watch your broke club, man.
He dislikes on the Premier League. I've clocked it. He's just disliking on the Premier League. Fully. But listen, we'll be back tomorrow afternoon, probably about 3 p.m. Do you reckon, Cass?
Yeah.
Me and Cass will be nicey in the morning again. Me and Cass nicey early again.
Mo's banned from the next stream.
You're
banned. You know what? When Anana joins Man United, you're banned from that stream as well.
No, let me at least give you props and talk to you.
No. You're not trying to gas up my season, so fans feel like, yeah, Mo's got a point. We might actually win the league.
Why you're scared of me saying that about your team?
Nah, man, I know what you're doing, man. You gas change.
Come on.
We can see through you, Mo.
Gas change.
I hope you're in our group next season again.
Yeah.
Sick show, man. Good to be back with the Mandem as well. I've actually enjoyed it, man. Big up.
So we'll be back tomorrow about 3 p.m. Myself, Cass, maybe Mo if we get him out of the ban.
He's in the gulag, man.
Everyone, when this finishes, please drop a comment, smash a like, and we are out. Is someone going to run the outro?
Okay.